Hey everyone, it's Dawn Woods. I am here to circle back in my mini video Parenting of Adolescence series that I've been kind of going through with you, and this is our third session. I wanted to talk about something today I think is pretty essential in terms of the framework that you want to keep for while you're working with and raising your kids and enjoying them and raising them into adulthood. To me, this is one of the most basic but essential pieces of the perspective to try to keep in our framework. When we lose this, it gets a little tricky. So, well, and extra frustrating, I would say. So this session, I want to talk a little bit about the developmental stage that your kids are in. When you go through all the stages, where your kids land is in this really kind of awkward time. We all went through it, between dependence and independence, being a kid and being an adult. And Lord knows we want them to move into adulthood. We want to see our kids grow up and impact the world and thrive and be self-sufficient in the ways that they should be. And this is kind of, you're caught in the crosshairs of them in this stage. So it feels like whiplash for you. I'm sure you think about it like this: you are stuck right in the middle of them going between these two stages of their lives. And so what feels safe, they're cared for, they feel parented, they want to be, and then they want the independence, the freedom, they want to be adults, they want to know they have what it takes. And so while you're parenting them, you're living in the tension of those two phases for them. It can feel like you're being pulled and yanked, and one minute they want this from you, and one minute now they're over here, and it's really hard to navigate it sometimes. It can be very frustrating. This, I would say, is one of the times, or one of the reasons you feel most crazy in raising your teenagers. So let me give you 3 points as to why I think this is such an essential thing to keep kind of in your vision, so to speak. The first one is that this is a very necessary, though confusing, necessary time. And they are moving into independence that is necessary for life. And it is really important, though I think it's hard, it's really important to not take it personally. So where they dismiss something that you say, or a recommendation you make, or a thought that you have, they may be, in fact, dismissing it. I think it's subconscious for them, but they may be dismissing it for the basic reason that you own that thought, or that's your opinion. And so because they want to separate from you, they will disagree sometimes, literally just to disagree. And I know it feels like that sometimes. That's why you feel crazy. But in fact, it's important that they separate from you. Know, though, and be encouraged that they're still taking in what you say. And this is also where other adults, teachers, youth leaders, mentors come into play, because they are not trying to separate from them. So it's actually very helpful to have voices that you trust also speaking into their lives. But number one, not taking it personally. Number two, they're feeling it. I mean, they live in this angst every day, but they can't really name it. They're not really sure what's going on, but they feel the tension between, I want to be parented, I want to be cared for, I'm a little nervous about life on the other side. Adulthood feels overwhelming, and yet I want that, I want that, I want that. So, and it's right for them to want it and to be moving in that direction. So know that they're feeling it too, so you can have some grace there. You be the steady one. You be the stable, steady one, that trying hard not to ride their back and forth between these two pieces of themselves being pulled. Thirdly, you want them to have this independence. You want them to grow in this way. A great book I would recommend by Julie Lythcutt-Haynes is called How to Raise an Adult. I love this book. I highlight this book all the time. She actually did a TED Talk as well, which you could listen to. But if they don't move into this direction, and this is a problem we have today with delayed adolescence, you will have kids who don't feel equipped for the world. It will actually create more anxiety in them. So you do want them to move into independence. So find those places to give them independence in decision making. Help them be a part of the decision making for certain things that you do around the house, or certain expectations for rules you're making, that type of thing. The other way I would encourage you to invite them or help them become more equipped for adulthood is to have them be a part of the running of the house. Lots of times we don't give them chores. We don't give them responsibilities. It's easier oftentimes for us to do it ourselves. But in fact, that's how they grow in confidence and independence. So you invite them into certain decisions, which they will like. You invite them into certain responsibilities, which they probably won't like. And both of those build up and help form the pieces of them that equip them for adulthood. So it is a hard time, but I would encourage you to keep this perspective. They are in between those two places. You are living in between those two places, and so a day at a time, they will turn the corner. You will see them grow in confidence and ability in adulthood, and that's what we want. So thanks. I hope that's helpful. I will be back for session 4 next time. I'm looking forward to being with you again. Have a great rest of your week.